Nation. Monster Nation, that is. I am your host, your tour guide. I'm the president. I'm the king round here. I'm the king round here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or a cash app or super chat, depending on when you watching this. Or hit us with some hype points. What's the other thing? Yeah, the Cash App tag will be in the description with, well, it's already there. It's in the description with the Bandcamp link. The Bandcamp link is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. You know what I'm saying? All of the mixtapes is there from Nonviolent Rock all the way back to Shell Shock. That's a lot of work. And I feel like those are anybody who be complaining about me yapping instead of rapping, I feel like you ain't heard all of that. I feel like you missed a couple of those mixtapes and singles or whatever. It's a lot of music over there. Also, there's a merch link in the description. Y'all know what merch is, right? Hats, shirts, hoodies. With rocking this Monster Nation logos and stuff on it. So just get involved. Support black business, as they say. What else? What else? Oh, when you are decorating the walls, doing your graffiti, aka leaving comments and all of that, do your best to spell the names of our dignitaries correctly, our monuments correctly. It's helter skelter, not helter skelter. It's A's and H's, no E's and R's. It's monster, not monster. It's an A, no ER. It's ROCK. A K is 1,000. I want all my thousands. B. Unless you a Crip, do not leave off my K. And if you is a Crip, then do one of those Crip identifying gestures. Throw a little something and jump off. So I understand. And if you don't want to, you feel like that's telling on yourself, then spell my name right, please. Because a lot of stuff it mysteriously gets deleted. Not mysteriously, I delete it, and it's not because I'm just a hater or being petty, but branding is important. You know what I'm saying? Rock is a common name. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people named Rock. If you type in Rock and you spell it wrong, you're going to get a whole bunch of other rocks. You type in Helter Skelter instead of Helter Skelter and you get Charles Manson and all kind of other weird business. You understand what I'm saying? So, for all of the tourists here in Monster Nation, if you go, if you take what you learned here and you want to go spread the gospel and you go want to research some more on your own and you typing in the wrong thing, you ain't getting all the stuff. All right. Also, it's BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. We are pause practitioners here. Practice it proficiently, playfully, profuse. What's the word? Profuse? Anyway, we play the pause game. You know what I'm saying? It's a game. It's not a phobia. It's not a fear. It's not, oh, you think yeah, it's a game. You scared. You got something in you. No, bro. When you got a certain type of mind, like if you notice, I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna just give a few props to the Let's Rap About It podcast because of all of the podcasts, of all of the rappers podcasts, they the most funny to me. They are serious about their pause game, and it's hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they just playing though. It's just a game, b. You know what I'm saying? It's just a game. It's not a phobia. It's a fun beer. Anyway, so yeah, I think I might owe Uncle Murda an apology. I mean, I didn't diss him or nothing like that, but I'm just saying. In my vlog, a couple of days ago, when I saw the way Uncle Murda was going, I felt like his reaction to whatever Memphis Bleek said was an overreaction. I felt like it was hostile. I still don't, I still feel like it was hostile and all of that. But I felt like it was unwarranted or it seemed unwarranted. I felt like, is there something that we missing? Like it was some facts that we was missing. Like when Uncle Murda was over there at Rockefeller, or was it Rock Nation? I kept saying Rockefeller. It might have been Rockefeller was over by that time, right? When Uncle Murda was over there with them, I was like, what happened over there? Was this some sort of, because the way he popped off, the way he was talking, it seemed like he ain't like Bleek for a long time. It was like he was holding in it animosity for a long time. But after reviewing the things, reviewing the pieces of content again, and probably a bit closer, more with more intention, I found that if I was murdered, I probably would have felt some type of way as well. So when Bleak was on, I don't remember what platform it was on, but Bleak was on one of the platforms. Was it $1 million worth of, not $1 million? Was it the Breakfast Club? Whichever platform it was, platform ain't important to the point. He was talking about, in their back and forth, Bleak was started talking about how, stated how, like, if 50 stopped rocking with these dudes, plural, for a year, they give them a year, they'd be in the shelter. So that's point number one. You said dudes, plural, that gave Murda the license to say, oh, you talking about me too, because it's only me and Bleak around 50. It's only me and Yayo around 50 all the time. So, okay, that's, what I'm saying. But still, so you was calling dudes hangers ons, right? You know what I'm saying? The freeloaders or whatever. I think they've been saying that to each other in this beef. You know what I'm saying? To some extent, they've been saying that. That's not new. I don't feel like that's earth shattering. Something that's gonna make Murda crash out. But in addition, he said a whole bunch of things like he's like, you want to talk about, like, he called niggas broke, and then he went into the he's how do I put it? He started disrespecting niggas parenting. He's like, where your kids at? Never mind the house, never mind your money, never. Do niggas have kids and so on and so forth? Basically calling dudes bad fathers or insinuating. One could assume that. One could draw that conclusion. And I don't know. I'm just looking at those, just reviewing those things. Those points that Bleak was making, it kind of makes the hostility that Uncle Murda met him with more plausible, more understandable. You know what I mean? If somebody ever disrespected me as a parent, I might feel some type of way. You know what I mean? A lot of times, and ain't none of us perfect. A lot of times I try to, like, I could get into a disagreement with somebody and I be trying to keep my cool. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to keep my cool, and sometimes it's like the emotions overflow or whatever. The energy just get too energetic, and now voices is raised and all that. You know what I mean? Especially when you feel disrespected, or if you feel unheard, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Somebody said, who's that? Immaculate Addicts. Gilly put a battery in Uncle Murder back, starting bullshit because he's salty the next one. Eh, I guess. I don't think so. Like, as a New Yorker who travels the world, you should already be used to niggas hating on Knicks activity. Niggas is mad. They can't. They like niggas been hating. Niggas been having. And I don't mean real hate. Sometimes it is real hate. Sometimes it's just playful hate or whatever. But it's a very common thing. If you from New York and you done been around the world and you ain't used to that by now, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So niggas have hated on New York forever because they feel like we think we better than everybody. We feel like everybody is slower than us, this, that, and the third. I mean, New York is credited for creating hip hop, so it started here. It as far as everybody's reporting, I believe that there was some form of hip hop in other places before you know the publicized story, like some form of rapping. Like, matter of fact, I saw a post on Instagram that stated that. But anyway, I don't want to get too distracted. We create this thing now. Y'all doing this thing and y'all doing it different. We like y'all doing it wrong. So we felt some type of way. Just like with the Bloods and the Crips when they started, you know what I'm saying? Not to be a 52-year-old man, just talk about blood. But when the Bloods and the Crips came to New York and other places, the niggas who started the Bloods and the Crips was looking at them niggas crazy. That's the same thing we was on. You understand what I'm saying? We eventually we like, all right, everybody can rap. Just rap good. If you was rapping trash, we had something to say about it. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, what I was saying, the moral of this, the point of this vlog is the things that Bleek was saying. I can understand a little bit better why Uncle Murda had the type of energy he had. You know what I'm saying? Bleek talking, it's it is what it is. But you know what it is? You know what too? Like it's what speaks to my point from the other vlog I made on this topic. Bleek just didn't have this same energy when he was saying what he was saying. So he was able to get it off without it seeming so hostile. At least not to me. It didn't register as hostile to me. It registered as, more playful, more snappy than, we snapping. We want to snap. Oh, my car better than your car. My house better than your house. We snapping. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Murda's like, yo, I seen Joe Button. They was talking about it on the Joe Button podcast, and they was talking about how Uncle Murda compared. Bleek said something about him and his wife and kids or kid. I'm not sure. He was They just came back from Paris or something in a fancy hotel or whatever. In Murda's response to the absentee father comments, he's like, yo, I just now me and two of the homies just took 13 kids to Disney World or Disneyland or whatever. And Joe Budden and them was kind of they wasn't clowning it, but they was kind of clowning it, like you want to compare Disneyland to Paris. But I think they did acknowledge, but just they acknowledge how expensive them goddamn Disneyland is expensive. Instead, extremely expensive. So if you got 13 kids there and versus somebody, you got 3 adults and 13 kids versus in Disneyland or Disney World versus 2 adults and a child in Paris, that might balance out. That they might have spent the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I understand a little bit better. I still wish it wasn't so hostile. You know what I'm saying? I don't. My point is going to stay my point when it comes to that. Like, I don't want to see. I don't like seeing niggas and hip. I don't like seeing rich hip hop niggas beefing with each other for what? You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it. Word up. It's whack. Every day I wake up, on my timeline, my algorithm shows me, some sports, what I'm saying, like sports, I be on my Knicks flow and all of that. Sports shit, animal shit, because I like animals. But mostly it's hip hop drama, and it's either hip hop or politics, like state of the world, police brutality, corruption. They, outlawing abortions and this, that, and the third. All of this other stuff that seems infinitely more important than Memphis Bleek and Uncle Murda beefing with each other. By the way, salute to both of them. If I haven't, I know if you haven't watched none of my prior videos, I rock with both of them. You know what I'm saying? So frame this like I'm cussing them out or disrespecting them. I, I just don't like what they're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But let me see. Yeah, when I see dudes doing this, when they could be putting their energy, like I feel like y'all want to brag, y'all cursing each other out, arguing, or disrespecting each other pockets, talking about Uncle Murda's like, yo, let's go bank account for bank account, house for house, business for business, and safe for safe, because I got a safe in the crib too. All of that, all of that, all of that for yourself, which is fine for yourself, for your family. All of that's fine. But what about the culture? What about the people? I'm not saying niggas. I'm not saying niggas have to care, but I'm saying I wish niggas did care. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was suddenly like a billionaire, like people talk about how I hear a lot of people curse Jay-Z out, Beyonce, Oprah, whoever. The richest people from our culture. I hear people talk about them hard. Talk about how they don't care. They only do. They help. The help they give the little people be minuscule. They don't never go against the big machine directly or whatever. And I've always felt like that's because they know how fast. You might not understand it, but they understand how fast they rich asses can be turned to po asses. You understand? They understand how fast everything that you quote unquote earn can be taken away from you. So they walk the line carefully. I always said if I woke up a billionaire by tomorrow, like if I had $2 billion, a whole billion is leaving. A whole billion is going to making shit better. That's why they won't give a nigga like me no money. You understand what I'm saying? A whole Billy, cause on some real shit. Like you got a Billy, how like you got a Billy, like somebody who got 150, like somebody who got $400 million ain't living much better than somebody who got $100 million. Everything you want, you can have. All of the things you can fathom you want, that you mostly gonna fathom you want, you can have. Everything that nigga with the 400 million want, you can have with 100. You understand what I'm saying? But so if you know how much money $1 billion is, if I had two of them, one of them is out of here. One is out of here, and I'm gonna make some shit right. Now, if I had, let's just say I had $1 million or $2 million or $10 million, how much would I mean, like, I wouldn't split that in half and make some shit right, but I definitely wouldn't be arguing with another nigga with a million or some hundreds of thousands about how much money we got. That I would. That's never gonna happen. Somebody said for the past few years, Yayo been on every podcast telling people how 50 treats them better than Jay treats Bleek. I blame Yayo. Listen, I'm not prepared to argue with you on that. I'm not prepared to argue with you on that. You know what I'm saying? But people gonna say what they're gonna say. I'm not. I don't. I mean, I can't. I can't police niggas' thoughts and their interviews. But only thing I can say about Yayo, and only thing I can say in Yayo's defense when it comes to that, is Yayo say things like that, but he don't. But he's not hostile when he's saying them. You understand what I'm saying? He's not hostile. Like there has always been, like, you remember the story about the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre and Eminem and Mary J. Blige and 50 and all of them. I don't know how many people heard about that Super Bowl performance, but Jay-Z was, tasked with, this is when he had, his, I don't know if he still do, but this is when he was working with the NFL. And he was tasked with putting together that lineup. And 50 did not 50 wasn't supposed to be there. Eminem said he wasn't going to show up if unless 50 was included. That's the story that's out there, right? So what's not being said in that statement is nah, somebody did not want 50 there. You know what I mean? And the assumption is that it was Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else would it be? Right? They haven't, they really don't rock with each other like that. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, maybe because 50 was just on some. Who knows? I don't want to speculate, but they don't rock with each other, and they've been taking harmless shots at each other. Well, 50's been taking harmless shots at Jay for a while. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay has kind of, for the most part, been ignoring it. I've seen Jay-Z on an interview, I believe, on the Breakfast Club one time when they brought up something. He was like, "Ain't nobody scared of 50 Cent." I remember Jay-Z saying that. You know what I'm saying? So they're not friends. They don't rock with each other, but they haven't been taking no direct shots at each other. So yeah, it is what it is. All I know is
I don't like it.
because it don't gotta be that way, B. Don't gotta be that way. Like, isn't Bleek your family? No, no. Bleek and Ruck are related. Yes, so yeah, Bleek and Ruck are related. I'm not sure if it's, if they second cousins, first cousins, or whatever. Like, I don't know the direct relation, but that's something I've always known from the beginning. Somebody said, "Will I ever do a versus?" I don't think so. I have to do it myself. I mean, like, cause it's like hip hop, like everything else is. I mean, it seems like it's all clicky. It's who you know, not what you know. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how good we knew how to rap or how good we knew how to make music, but I just don't feel like we are included in those circles. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, "Was I cool with Bleak or Uncle Murda before they became known?" No, I didn't know either one of them beforehand. No, but anyway, I don't have very much to add on this topic. I just wanted to I just like to correct myself. Like I be trying to correct others. Cause I was on here like, yo, the last time I spoke on this topic, I'm like, yo, did Uncle Murder? What happened when they was over there? I'm like, why is son so angry? But upon further review, I kind of see why he's so angry. I mean, I still wouldn't be that angry, but I kind of got it. Bleak and Murder just go do Bleak said he would smoke the whole G unit in the verses. While I don't believe that, respectfully, I think him and Yayo will have a good versus. I think it would be a good versus, but I think, but as they stated on the Joe Budden podcast, Bleak has a hell of a catalog that we forget about. You know what I mean? He got his how many albums Bleak put out? Take that number, you multiply that, you add the numbers, you add the number of features he had on Jay Z albums, the whole Dynasty album he all over. Understand? He got songs like "Is That Your Chick?" You understand what I'm saying? Bleak got a hell of a catalog. You know what I mean? Originally, last time I thought about this, I thought I was saying to myself that Yayo could hang. I mean, I still believe he still got because I mean, Yayo got his album, but Yayo don't have a catalog like 50, but he do got the mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? He got the mixtapes, and Will 50 Cent or Jay-Z show up? It's a question. You know what I'm saying? That counts. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. If y'all made it to the end of this video, let me see. 4 gold albums, I believe. Who put out four? Bleek got 4 gold albums? Who got 4 gold albums? I didn't even know Bleek put out 4 albums. Most stacks. I don't think I like you. I don't like how you talking. You might be a swell guy, but get your ass out of here. Uh, Murda got the mixtapes. Yeah, Murda got mixtapes too. Right. Murda definitely got mixtapes. Somebody said Jay not pulling up. Said the shocker with my face. Listen, B. First of all, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know he got 4 gold albums. I mean, but I don't listen to music like that. I only listen to my music. I listen to music, but not intense as I'm not as intense with it as I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you listen to a whole bunch of music and you end up creating something or thinking you creating something that you heard. It's called cryptomnesia. Look it up. So when you remember something as your own thought, but it ain't really your own thought, it's somebody else's thought. You heard that or saw that a long time ago, and you recreated it in your mind like it's the first time. And I did that before. I bad. Like it's a fire song I came up with. Whole chorus. I ain't know I stole it from Snoop Dogg. It was on one of them No Limit albums. Like niggas in Brownsville wasn't listening to the No Limit Snoop albums like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm out. Somebody said Jay Z bought 499,000. Yo, we not going to diss Bleek like that. That's still a home, still a homeboy. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 microphones, and I'm gonna be back in a little while. I got a few things I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to talk about the uh, uh the 38 Special and Jadakiss situation again. I also, yeah, I'll let y'all know when I come back. Rock on, y'all.